Hit it.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Whenever and wherever you are listening or watching, welcome to episode 190 of the Dadbod Golf Pod, proudly a member of the Believe Podcast Network. Joining me this evening, the men of this podcast, the guys on your street mowing the lawn and checking the sprinklers. Benjamin Taylor and Kyle Rush. Microphones are hot, emotions are high, and scenarios are thus coming. Boys, what's up?
Let's
that
go.
Sprinkler thing hit really close to home since the sprinkler guy busted my cable last night. That really
maybe you should do your own sprinkling now.
Yeah.
That is a dad.
Speaking of
I
sprinkling,
did. How do you think I got those two girls I got in the house now, baby?
Oh.
moving right along. Speaking of sprinkling, head on over to Bet Online and sprinkle a few bets on whatever sport you want. You know why? Because Bet Online is #1 sports betting website. You can bet on anything. And let me just tell you, Game 6 is coming up, and there is more prop bets than you'll know what to do with. Slide on over, do a little research, flip a coin, smack the 50% bonus button. That's right. Code BLEAV, Believe, gives you a 50% bonus. Do that math. We've done it. We love it. Bet Online, where the game starts.
Yes.
Hey, that man, he's
I got chills.
money.
I got
Boys.
chills.
Yeah.
Let's go. I'm ready
Are
for
we-
some scenarios. It's US Open week. We got live golf drama. We got dramatic press conferences. I'm ready for some scenarios, man. So I'm just ready to just dive on in. Let's just dive in and do it.
The best I could get was my Ryder Cup toboggan for the U.S. Open.
I wore a
So-
little red Masters, red and white Masters.
Ben, is that your high school reunion T-shirt? Nice. It's cool, man.
Yes.
10 years.
No,
Wow,
Under
I
Armour
thought
did.
yesterday.
Under Armour didn't exist when I was in high school. No, that's not.
Oh.
Okay, scenario number 1. We're
Yeah.
right back to the topic on everybody's lips. It's tingling on everybody's senses. Let's talk about money versus majors.
Oh.
You have 2 options, fellas. You won't. This is it. You have one win. You play in one tournament and you're gonna win one of them. I'm gonna give you 2 options here. That's it though. There's no qualifying. There's no, this is it. One-time deal. You can win a live tour event. It doesn't matter. Just insert live tour event name here. And for $10 million purse. Okay. Winner walks away with $10 million. Or you can tee it up a Brookline this week against the best players in the world and take home the U.S. Open trophy along with the, $2.25 million that comes with it. But then that's it. That's it. You retire from golf on the trophy presentation for either one. Let's start off with a man who is highly controversial, episode in and episode out, Benjamin.
The man that we wear the edit button out with.
First man to ever use. Never mind.
Do I get any sponsorships on this deal if I win the U.S. Open or the Live Tour?
No, it's just.
I mean, you don't get to play anymore.
Okay.
So
No, the only reason I asked is because they said that thing, because this kind of happened to Jason Duffner when he won the PGA Championship. He hasn't really won anything since, even though he's been playing. But everybody said that win was worth, even though it only paid like $1.5 million, it was worth like $10 million off of appearance fees and sponsorship money that he got from it.
you're going to have to take a risk telling all the people that are going to sponsor you, like, hey, I'm never going to see a golf course.
I know.
And I mean, there's going to be kind of an honor system of what you think you could get.
I'm going to lie
sponsor-wise.
through my teeth. Yeah. I'm going to they don't have to know I'm not playing.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Like I said, if there's a way to rig it,
they won't
they'll
do
it.
They won't do their research at all. So go ahead.
No, they won't do well, I mean, if you guys are going to be taking money from the Live Tour, I might as well go ahead and lie about what I got to do for the U.S. Open. You see what I'm saying?
Who said we were taking money from the Live Tour? You're the first person to go.
I'm just assuming that the two of you are, because you're money hungry.
Okay.
I'm going to say,
Ass of you and me. You heard that about assumptions? Yeah. So look at that. Big asshole. Nice.
only got two guys that are in sales doing the pod here. So yeah.
There you go.
I'm pretty sure you're in sales too there.
I
big guy.
am, it's just 50% though. So I'm only half an asshole.
Gotcha.
So I'm gonna go
Full piece of shit.
U.S. Open.
Oh,
Really?
Yes. U.S. Open. Put my name on the wall. Put my name in history books.
Give me the
Don't
percentage
care that
of
I'm not
that
gonna be-
that comes from your wicked, wacky sense of morality.
No, it's got nothing to do with morality. I just would rather
Okay,
win the
good.
U.S. Open. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not
10-4.
gonna go.
Roger that.
I'm not gonna go down that hole holier than thou that the PGA Tour card's been playing. I'm not doing that. I just would rather win the U.S. Open. I think that'd be cool to win the U.S. Open.
Yeah.
Even if
would
it
be-
wasn't $2.25 million, probably if it was like $1 million, I'd still probably take it.
Wow.
It's
I
the
mean-
U.S. Open. It's the largest field in golf. They're playing in foursomes, boys. This year they're playing in foursomes.
And they said over 9,000
No, they're
people.
not.
They're not over 9,000. I think they're playing threesomes.
I think there's
It's
I know that
traditional
the
U.S.
group-
Open rules they're playing.
There was a guy that tweeted out that Jordan. What's the first group? They're going off of 10. It's going to be Jordan. There's 4 of them in that group. It was tweeted earlier today.
I just know all the pairings I saw scrolling across the
three,
ticker
yeah.
were threesomes. Like Phil's playing with Oosthuizen and I forgot who
Live
else.
tour guys. That's awesome.
Oosthuizen and some
No.
the big Irish guy or something. The guy that either Leishman or the other one, Lowry.
Ah.
I think it's Lowry. Anyway,
Big Irish
There may be some. No,
Yeah, there's
they're
some
threes. There's
foursomes.
threes. There's threesome. They're all threesomes. I'm looking at them right now.
oh,
Who's Jordan playing with?
Let's see. Jordan Spieth is playing with Adam Scott and Max Homa.
that's
Yeah,
a
that
kind
guy-
of fun
that
and
guy-
flirty.
That's
That
a
guy
hot group right there.
That guy tweeted the wrong thing then.
There you
So
You got the U.S.
um,
Open though.
Yeah, I'm taking the U.S. Open.
They,
For sure.
that means you. Yeah, they said you would. They don't take this into account, but you beat 9,000 people because over 9,000 people entered to be in the U.S. Open. So that's kind of
pretty. That's a pretty good name drop. Whenever you start making speaking engagements, since I can't play anymore.
Yep, there you go. Good deal. So Ben takes the prestige of the U.S. Open.
Congrats.
Congrats.
You're
U.S. Open winner.
1 for 1.
Like Tiger told Phil, I'll every time we play like our weekend games, I'll spot my ball with the gold medal. How about that?
That's cool.
From the U.S. Open. You get a gold medal too.
Yeah.
You like a little
You
medal.
get some kind of trinket.
Finish second, you get a silver medal because that's what Tiger asked Phil to mark his ball with. Since he didn't
Okay.
have the gold one.
Well, I guess no, I can't say that. Now, the fact that you're choosing to win it at Brookline, like maybe makes you even more of a purist because Brookline is nothing, has no U.S. Open tradition. Like,
I don't care if it were played at Indian Pines. It's a U.S. Open. I would still play it.
by the way, folks, Indian Pines is a ratty ass little municipal course here locally in Auburn, Alabama.
And they're about to redesign the whole
They're
thing.
about
I'm kind
to
of
redo
When you get a 6-pack of beer, it's still on the tab. Let me just tell you,
love it. Love it.
chicken
All
salad
right.
there is amazing.
My turn. It's my turn. I tell you what, I'm gonna take. I'm gonna go dominate the Bangkok Open in Thailand on the Live
I
Tour
bet you will.
and take home 10 million smacks. Let's go. You know, I'm just gonna go bang it in the Bangkok Open and take home
10 million smacks,
10 million
hanging away.
smacks.
43 sexually transmitted diseases before you
That's-
return home.
No. But I don't care where the course is. I don't care if it's in
Indian Pines.
Indian Pines, Chicago,
The Indian Pines of Bangkok.
yeah, the Indian Pines of exactly.
Bangkok's own Indian Pines hosting the Bangkok Open.
Yeah.
Bangkok Pines.
Bangkok. No, they're legitimately playing in Bangkok. The
We know.
October. October.
We
I don't know if you knew that. Yeah. So yeah, I take $10 million. That's life changing money. So I mean,
Are you trying to tell me that $2.25 million is not life changing money?
No,
No,
dude.
but
Have you seen how
no,
much
but
a
10
gallon
is-
of milk costs?
that's fine. Yeah. Have you seen inflation? Have you seen gas prices? Have you seen the interest rates? I mean, we're dads. That's the kind of stuff we talk about.
I mean, have you looked at your portfolio lately?
Yeah. Down the drain. No,
Have you logged into the Merrill Lynch app?
I mean, I'll take the 5 times higher purse is what I'll take.
Okay.
So you that's fine. The USO that would be awesome. But I mean, if that's all you had for the rest of your life, I'm going to take the higher money. I mean, if I had multiple, like if I could win more wins, I may take that one in lieu of another one. But if I only got one shot, give me the smacks. Give me the
that's
smacks,
why-
Jack.
And that's why no one will know who you are.
Don't care. Don't care. I'll
And
be
he'll
most-
take the 10 million to the bank and not give a shit.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Nate, hit it.
Listen, I saw a little quote from John Rahm, who's really starting to piss me off lately. And he was like,
not
50
Brando Chambly piss off. But
we'll get to him. Yeah.
Okay.
But John Rahm's like 54 hole event with goofy format and no cut. That sounds like a retirement plan. And you know what? I'm a dad, big Roth IRA guy, best retirement plan I've ever heard of.
Yeah.
So give me 4 rounds at the Keep It Safe Invitational presented by Trojan in Detroit and give me that $10 million. Take your U.S. Open trophy and sell it, because some point you're going to have to, because you're going to run out of money, because guess what? Gas ain't getting no cheaper. Milk ain't getting no cheaper. And Miller Lite ain't getting no cheaper.
And you about to have some college tuition coming. So you didn't even think about that.
Yeah,
That's right.
That's
So,
coming. So.
As for me and my house,
afford the
we will take the 10 mil.
As for
And
me
I'll,
and my
and I'll,
house.
and I'll move to Bangkok, where it costs
move to-
nothing to live.
I'm gonna win the 10 million, and then I'm gonna go move to Panama, because they say you can live in Panama for like 20 grand all year.
You can get a
beachfront
pack of
condo.
cigarettes for 30 cents in Panama.
I've heard those. I've heard those.
no
radio
supply
commercials.
issues whatsoever there. I can tell you that.
Have y'all heard those radio commercials? It's like, come move to Panama. Have you heard those locally?
Yes.
I've seen the articles.
Yeah, but come move to Panama. $25,000 a year will get you a beachfront condo, and you can live. That I mean, we could live
We
for
only,
Lori,
do,
what-
and we only do
do that
3
math.
purges a year.
Lori used to watch those shows where you could buy like investment properties like down there.
Yeah.
And she's like, look, I mean, for 20 grand, I was like, that's a shithole. And it's like 6 miles away from the beach. Why would you do that?
And it's in Panama.
And
Like
it's in Panama.
it's not like in Destin. It's
Yeah, I
Panama.
mean, what's the local city council like down in Panama? I mean, is your voice heard down there?
Highly organized. Very highly organized.
There's a reason that those houses are going on the cheap, Nate. The property values are not very high.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
how tough is it get an appraisal? You know,
Yeah. Get stabbed insurance is really high in
Yes.
Panama, from what I understand. It's like skyrocketing right now.
Not natural disaster insurance. It's get hit by the mob type insurance is what
Yep.
you get in Panama.
Exactly. So look, we're talking about prices going up.
Yeah.
Let's tell you how you can save some money on an item that you have to have to be a good golfer, and that's a rangefinder. Go to bluetees.com. Don't stop spending $600 on these Bushnell V69 424 whatever lock on tour volts. Like, stop doing that. Stop doing it. Blue Tees, the Series 3 does every single thing that those top-notch ones do, and you get it for literally half the price, and you get to take another 10% off using coupon code DADBOD. Log in today, check them out. They got Bluetooth speakers. They got the Series 3. They have another one, the Series 2, a little bit less features. The Series 3's got the magnet on the side, clip it to the railing.
Yeah, because if you buy one of those expensive things, you got to spend another $30 to get one of them little mesh magnet deals. that
Yeah,
go on
very
the
few
side
of them have the magnet already built in. This one does it. It looks cool too. You can get 3 different colors: black, pink, or navy blue. Love ours. Love the scan mode. Love the pin lock on. It's a lot of fun. Use coupon code DABBOD and take 10% off. Blue Tees is where range finding starts.
Hey, and guess what? God's already given you 2 eyes, so you don't even need slope. Anyway, scenario number 2. Trying to remember what scenario number 2. Okay, here we go. All right. You have a golf course. Not all golf courses are created equal. Not all pars are created equal. We're going to do this scenario based off of par 70, a par 71, or a par 72, because all 3 of those widely exist in the golf world today. Actually, I don't think 71 is that common, but we're going to roll with it.
Yep.
What is the most impressive total par on the course that you can shoot a 59 on? Is it the most impressive to shoot 59 on a 70, 71, or 72? This answer may be obvious at first, but when you get into it, it's not so obvious.
Exactly.
So speaking of people who are not so obvious, Kyle Rush,
Okay.
jump in.
So right off the bat, you do the math and you're like, okay, if I shoot 59 on a par 72, that's 13 under. If I shoot 59 on a par 70, that's 11 under. So in my mind, I'm thinking obviously the 13 under is more impressive than the 11, but to shoot 11 under on the par 70, you get way less par fives. I mean, you get half the par fives, so less chances for eagle. You got to be dialed in, be making birdies on par threes, par fours. So to me, and some of these courses are like, some of these courses are still just about as long as a par 72 course, but you're playing par fours that are, these guys are playing par fours that are 490 yards, making birdies. Like what Justin Rose did was absolutely insane. He shot 13 under. He just had 3 bogeys on a par 70, which is, do the math. So he had 3 pars all day. The rest were either eagles or birdies. It was just absolutely insane. I would say shooting a 59 on a par 70 is a little bit more impressive than a 59 on a par 72 because the lack of par fives, and you got to be more dialed in. Thoughts?
Interesting point. Kind of the obvious answer.
Is it?
But the wrong one.
Okay.
In my opinion, but I'll let Ben sort out his.
I concur, Nate.
Led
because Kyle just took us down
process.
a road of what I like to call Bryson math, where like when he went into the Masters and said, well, to me, this is a par 67 course. It's not a par 72. So that's why. So if you got 2 extra par fives, there's just like, give me birdies, because I don't know where Kyle thinks that that's an option. I'm going to go 13 under is tougher to do. Okay. That's just way more strokes that you got to reel in. And Nate's probably going to completely disagree with me, but I still find it hard for anybody to shoot 13 under. I don't even have the stats in front of me. I would love to see out of the 59s that have been shot, because it's not that many. How many of them were shot on par 70 courses? And how many were shot on par 72 courses or par 71s? And the reason being is because 13 under, that's 13 under, man.
Yeah,
it's hard deep to do on whatever course or ever how many par fives you throw out there. 13 under is hard to do. There's scramble teams that don't turn in 13 under.
Yeah, but that means they're just not good at,
That's exactly right.
I don't know how to write down scores. I mean, okay. Here's my thing, and as I say on the show often, I can't stand agreeing with Ben, but it's just if you play a par 70, your score is just going to be lower. It's just the way the math works. So you can play your ass off on a par 70 and shoot 59, or you can play your ass off on a par 72. You may shoot 61. I just think you have to play better on a par 72 to get to that number. Now I understand the perspective. You have less par fives, but also like you have shorter holes. I mean, they're not all going to be the same length as the par five. So if you make pars on some of those par fours on the par 70, it's the same as making birdie on the par 72, but I would think the birdie would be tougher to make than the par on the par 72 on the par 70. So I lost myself in that. I think I kind of came down where I wanted to.
But maybe that was by design.
At the end of the day, it requires, in my opinion, it requires more birdies, requires an eagle. It's just 13 under is better than 11 under. If you go out, the average Joe, if all 3 of us go out to, I think, is Indian Pines a par 70? I believe it is. It
is now. Yeah, I think so.
And you shoot 77. Okay, you shot 7 over. If you shoot that same 7 over at somewhere else, par 72, it's a 79. It's just par 72, most impressive, in my opinion.
Okay. I just think, I already laid my point out. I mean,
I did pull up the stats, and there are only 7 that have been shot on a par 72. All the rest of them have been on a par 71 or 70.
Okay. Are you going to tell them how many there's been?
There's way too many.
No, there's not.
More than 7?
Not on tour. On tour, there's only been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
They're counting
8, 9, 10,
they're
11,
calling
12.
They're counting any USGA sanctioned event. So they're counting Japan Tour, PGA Tour, European Senior Tour, European Tour, Web.com Tour, or nationwide, or what we would call even Nike. So there
got 12 on there's on the PGA Tour. There's been 12. and I haven't added it up on how many are on a par 72 or not. I know Jim Furyk's 58 was on a par 70. He shot 12 under with 1 eagle and 10 birdies. So I mean so yeah, we could go through this and figure out what I know. This one in 1977, the Memphis Classic, the famous Al Geiberger, he shot
First one to do it.
he shot 13 under on a par 72, so shot 59. 13 birdies. This is another one. Chip Beck, par 72. David Duval, par 72. Paul Goidos, 12 birdies and made a 7-foot birdie putt on 18th hole. Looks like that was a par 72. 1 eagle, 9 birdies. That's 11.
All right. Scenario number
So,
3.
yeah, so it's about 50-50. It's about 50-50. So I just think you take the eagle advantage away, and then you have to throw darts in there for par 4s. I think that's a little bit tougher.
Because these other guys that are listed, Nate, that I'm seeing here, they're shooting like 58s. I give them a little credit. They shot 12 under.
Yeah. Give them credit.
58s.
You know what? Big pat on the back, place in history. You did it on a par 70. Let's not get carried away.
But it's just 12 under, still not 13 under.
You know what sucks is if you were to break 60 in a tournament, you didn't win.
Except for Alejandro Del Rey, who shot 14 under.
All right. Does anybody have any other stats that they would like to read in monotone?
I'm with you. All right, let's move on to the last scenario.
The last scenario has to do with everybody's favorite event. It's the member guest. Okay.
Yes.
Oh.
You are scouring the nation for the ideal partner that will match up with you for a scramble-based, 2-man scramble-based member guest. You're super pumped about the party. Your team has gone for a ludicrous amount in the Calcutta, but none of that matters unless you've got the right partner.
Right. It does.
So,
it doesn't matter.
Would you rather have a partner in a scramble, 2-man scramble, who is going to pipe it panties down the middle, 300, whichever angle you want, he's got it. You just tell him you don't even hit driver all that gum weekend. Or you've got a guy who might as well stay in the cart on the tee box, but he's going to pound 6 to 7 15-footers every single match. Just get him in just some sort of make range. It's a done deal.
Ooh.
Kyle Rush, whose partner does a little bit of everything, including look good.
Yes.
Mr. Rush, shout out. Jump on it, Big Daddy.
Oh man, obviously I gotta take the putting. I gotta take the putting. I think I can get it out there. I can get it out there good enough. We can be in play. But man, there's nothing more demoralizing than somebody just jarring 15-foot putts on top of people. I mean, just 15-footers, and you're gonna hit 6 or 7 of them. I love that. I'm taking the putter. I'm not thinking twice about it. Like, just stay in the cart. Like, I'll hit the ball. I'll get us out there. Just sit in the cart. Go get to the green, and then just start pouring them in. That's what I'm. No question about it. The laser putter. That's what I want.
Okay.
Oh, I'm taking the bomber.
Ben's taking the bomber.
I got to take the bomber. I mean, I've said before.
You're just a little short knocker.
Well, I have no problem. Although when we played the other day, I drove you a few times. So I wouldn't exactly start wagging my finger yet. Plus, I was checking the scores. I forgot what the scores were.
Oh anyway, man, we're still pouring that one on.
Thank you guys for listening.
Liquid IV.
Check it out.
Liquid IV. No, I got to take the bomber.
Episode 190 of the Dadbod Golf Pod. Thank you.
I've said before, I mean, when I played golf with Kyle, and Kyle and I have been partners, like if it were some sort of a scramble, there's no telling how we would brother-in-law. We haven't played like scrambled together, but
we need to get in a true scramble somewhere.
We need to get in like a true, because if Kyle is piping his drive that day, and all I got to do is hit 8s and 9s and wedges into the green and give us like Kyle said, inside a 15-foot putt, I kind of like our chances.
So you want Kyle to be the 300-yard
little guy? Well, no, I'm just
get on the range there, bud.
I'm just saying that's if you're looking for if you're asking me, do I want the guy that's going to be making 15 footers, or because if he's not getting out of the cart to hit drives and it's going to be me all the time, yeah, we may be in the middle, we may be hitting decent drives. We're also going to be those are going to be 15-foot par putts that we're just going to have.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I'd rather have the birdie putts. I'd rather have a look at birdie if I got somebody that's putting it out there 300 to 310, and us having, as I said, 8-9 wedge in, and then take our chances. Let him give me a read too, hopefully.
Quite possible. Now, the person who did inspire this scenario said that your partner would be so bad at putting that he would putt so bad it would not give you a read in scramble.
Oh man,
he literally said that verbatim. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
This was a user submitted. Would you rather Wednesday?
Yep.
Okay. I still take the bomber.
I totally agree with Kyle that the making putts in member guest is, and obviously you driver stroke putt for dough, it's demoralizing.
Yeah.
But if you, after a couple holes, if you realize that they've got a guy on their team who's about to step up and put it exactly where he wants to, member guest matches go off the rails when guys can't get off the tee, because then you're behind the 8 ball right out of the gate. All of a sudden you have 2 shots at it, and both of them are trash. Both of them are in the woods. One of them is in the water. So the guy feels like he's got to lay back. So I'm going to take my chances with the bomb and drive, just as a right out of the gate. These guys are already on their heels. And then, the scenario doesn't say that this guy isn't decent at, wedges. So I'm going to hope he's going to throw a couple butt darts. I'm going to throw a couple butt darts. Even if we don't make every single putt, having 10 to 15 foot putts will put some serious pressure on the guys who are trying to pencil with you on the other side of the table.
Yeah, I think I would still take the putting, but like that is a that down boy. I mean, you're right. You have a lot of pressure on your drive because the scenario says this dude can't get off the tee box at all. He's no help off the tee box. If you could have, I feel like I'm a fairly decent putter. I'm happy with the way I putt. So if we could get two guys red assing, that would be 2 guys red assing, and then if he doesn't want to putt, that's fine. We'll throw it up there. I'll take my chances. I think that, I could see both, but I definitely think I want.
You're in a better position with this than me and Nate, in my opinion, because of your length off the tee and your iron game.
Yeah.
Whereas it's just, I'm not going to hit it. Catching it in the screws, it may roll out to 255.
Right.
Like it's just, I'm not going to be able to put it out there 280, 290. And so if I can get a guy that does that, it's like Nate and I said, that's a different golf course for the two of us when we play in scenarios like that, when we play in scrambles. And, like if we play from the orange at RTJ and it's at 6,700 yards and we're hitting 4 and 5 irons into every green. And then you get in a scramble where they put you up at the whites and you got a bomber and you're literally hitting 120 into every green on par 4s anyway.
What do we shoot? What do you think we shoot in a par, like a 3-man? From like
the 3 of us?
Yeah. From like 60 to 6,300 yards. What do you think we shoot?
So basically the whites at AU Club or at like RTJ?
Like your typical country club 3-man scramble, you're not going to play from very far. Like you're just going to play.
Yeah, I've said that before. They always talk about the low numbers in scrambles. I'm like,
I think we actually make a good
scramble.
I think we actually make a good 3-man. I think we would make a pretty good 3-man team.
I do too.
I think we would not. I think we'd definitely shoot 59.
I was gonna say
on what, a par what?
72.
Yeah.
I was gonna say I would venture to say somewhere I get probably over/under is probably 14.5.
There you go. I would take that. We would dominate the YouTube circuit outside of like good podcasts. Those dudes are really good.
What would you take if the line's 14? If the line's 14.5, what are you taking? Taking the over?
That's tough. 14. I would probably take the under.
The 3 of us scrambling.
Yeah, I'd probably take the under. I'm probably looking at like 12 or 13.
Who's keeping score? Because if it's Kyle, 12 or 13, but if it's me or Ben, then I'll take the over.
We're definitely under. We're going 15 minimum just to make that over.
There you go.
Right.
Hit that.
Scores have been plugged in before we tee off there. Just tell you now.
There you go.
Panthers got an eraser on it for a reason, Kyle.
Yep. And if we played in one, it would probably in the summer, it'd be pretty hot and we would need to stay hydrated. And Nate, what is the best thing that we have to stay hydrated?
If you're looking for hydration station, let me tell you about one of our newest sponsors, Liquid IV.
Yes.
Pour one of those puppies into a bottle of water, give it a little shake like the old shake weights back in the day. I know you guys both have one collecting dust in your garage, and your immune system will be so hydrated, it'll be looking for a fight. I'm telling you, it'll probably tell you to not wash your hands for 6 months, and maybe you'll just catch the common cold, and the Liquid IV will step in and slap that common cold around because your immune system is loaded.
And
I'm talking
hydrated
jacked.
like crazy. Hydrated like crazy. Hey, why don't you go
Kiss
eat some
dehydration? Goodbye.
Hey, bud, I'm really pumped up right now. Go eat some raw meat. I'm ready to fight something. That's basically what your immune system will be.
It's
when
like
you use the
drinking raw
immune-
eggs in Rocky.
Exactly. Liquid IV, use coupon code DADBOD Golf Pod and take 25% off plus free shipping. Wow. 25% off plus free shipping. They have the regular hydration packets. They got the immune boosting that we're talking about packets, tons of flavors. Go on there. I think they got like a subscription deal where you can kind of get them continuously coming to you. You need to do that. Because it's like, holy cow, we're breaking records this week in our neck of the woods. It's like 100 degrees, 3 or 4 days. This week. Heat advisory. Like, don't go outside. You could die. People praying over their AC units. It's hot.
Yes.
So
people are cooking eggs on the side of the street.
Yes, it's smoking. It's smoking hot. It's going to be a sweltering summer. You got to stock up on these things. Stay hydrated. Don't be dumb. Don't go get hammered at 1 o'clock on a golf course when it's 98 degrees. But if you do use Liquid IV, it'll get you right back in the game.
You guys want to know why I wasn't on the podcast on Sunday?
You were drunk?
Ripping Coors Lights in 104-degree heat with not a drop of water in sight.
And you didn't have your Liquid IV with you. You did
No,
not. That's dumb. That is
coolers.
irresponsible is what that is.
All right. And yet again, thank you for listening to
Yes.
the Dadbod Golf Pod. This has
Thanks,
been episode 190.
Yep, 190. Appreciate it, guys. We're gonna have a little bit more U.S. Open talk, obviously on Friday. Maybe some Live Tour drama. Making a prediction right now. If you go back, look up Brooks Koepka's press conference from today. I think he may be on the way to the Live Tour.
He's sassy. He is very sassy.
He did not say he was not going. Whenever they asked him if he was going to join the Live Tour.
No, he said actually they're putting a black cloud over the U.S. Open.
Ben, real quick.
Yes, sir.
Inside or outside the top 20? I'm going to give you guys 3 names real quick. Inside or outside the top 20? Rory McIlroy.
Inside.
Justin Thomas.
Inside.
Scotty Scheffler.
Inside.
Kevin Kisner.
Outside.
Cool. Well, that just created so much tension. All right, let's wrap it up.
4 for 4. All right, guys, appreciate it. Check us out Friday. It's the Dadbod Golf Pod.
No way.
Broken.